What's happening, guys? Welcome to Pippin and Dippin Academy's YouTube channel. I am Joe Von Grixon, and I have my partner in crime, Hunter, the Pip Hunter Burkett, here with me.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Hey, we're going to be dropping some sauce today in a little bit different fashion, right? Most of you guys have been coming here. We know a lot of you guys love the strategies and everything, and we notice, I'm going to pull this out, guys, right now. The last video we did, we talked about our academy. We did that not because we want to sell anybody anything, but we know that we've been down the road of just going down and watching YouTube videos. And granted, there's a lot of great content in our YouTube videos, and there's a lot of other great YouTube videos out there. But the reality, guys, Hunter brought up something really, really important. Anybody, and I mean anybody that's ever been successful in trading or in business or just in life, they've had coaches, they've had mentors. You need a mentor. So if you're serious about trading Forex, then I would highly, consider going back and watching that video if you haven't already. And pay attention to this video too, because it's not, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be a specific strategy. It's going to be more us talking about the reason why we have higher win rates than most people. It's something that's very, very vital. And it is something that goes back to the dawn of man, is that we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. And with that, I'm going to hand this over to Hunter. Wait, before I do that, sorry. Yeah, before I hand it over to Hunter, I don't want to give it away yet. Before I hand it over to Hunter, hit the subscribe button if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet. Make sure you hit the bell button so you get notified any new videos. And make sure also to write "I subscribe" in the comments section. We love when we get new subscribers commenting. And if you have a video that you'd like us to make, go ahead and put it in there. Any questions on our videos, please do that. And of course, as always, if you found value in this video, don't just subscribe to our channel, hit the like button on our video. It helps us out with our YouTube algorithm, making sure that we get seen by people that are looking for us, right? So without further ado, I am gonna hand it over to my main man, Hunter. He's gonna share some sauce with you, and I'll just sprinkle a little California rainbows on it for you when he's done.
Cool deal.
All you, buddy.
Just like Joe said, guys, we're not going to be chart showing today, nothing like that. This is going to be based off mindset and based around planning. Because it goes back to the fact of you might be thinking right now, oh, if it's to exit off this video, just stop, wait to see what we have to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to any successful trader, and let's say that you wanted to sit down and do a podcast with them, or you wanted to sit down and talk to them. What was your journey? And I guarantee you, in some of that information is going to be, I had to get my mind right. I had to plan. I had to be disciplined. All of the aspects that you need to become good at anything, right? If you're missing something, it's just like a tripod or a quad pod. If you're missing that piece and that leg goes out, another leg goes out, the thing's going to fall, right? So you definitely want to build a great foundation and things like that. First thing I want to talk about is your trading plan. If you do not have a trading plan, you need to stop trading immediately. Stop wasting your money. Stop wasting your money on, you got your charts over here and then you got a YouTube video over here, trying to mirror a strategy that you hadn't even really. You had one last week, but this is a new one. You need to stop doing that. You need to figure out what your personality likes in trading. Are you a scalper? Are you a swing trader? Or are you an intraday trader? Are you that person? You know what I mean? Like, what fits your schedule? Like, you hadn't even figured out your schedule with trading. Are you working all through the day? Are you able to get up to London? You have to write that stuff down and document it, right? Because once you get detail like that, and I keep telling people all the time, this is not just trading, guys. This is a business. You need to treat this like a business. You need to treat this like a job. You know what I mean? You want big results out of the Forex market, treat it like a job. Guarantee you'll get better results than you are right now, right? So, trading plan. Is your first trading plan going to be the best thing since sliced bread? No. I've tweaked mine so many times I don't even know how to count. Like, so many times. I've got to integrate something because this right here was better than this of what I had in it, which is fine. Tweak it. Get it to a point where you look at it and it's just flawless, okay? And then you go by it, you stick by it. Just because it loses don't mean it's a losing strategy or a losing trading plan. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get to that point where, you know, where it doesn't matter. Guys, if you're like, I did a 50 trade assessment. Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I have on my 50 trade assessment. I just did a 50 trade assessment, and I was winning 71.29% of the time. Okay, winning that. Is that good? Yes. Yes, if you're winning over 70% in the Forex market, you're doing really good. Do I want to get those numbers up? Absolutely. I go back and I analyze, I collect the data. Is there stupid mistakes that I made? Absolutely. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I know there's room for growth. I know that I was making mistakes. And through that, you know, is there things that let's take a trade that I took that I lost on, and I go back and I'm like, man, I didn't even follow my plan. That was a stupid mistake. If you didn't have that phone to the left of you, front of you, right of you, whatever, on your phone, you're not gonna be able to go back and say, man, this is why I failed at that trade. You're just gonna be like, man, that was a bad trade. That's all you're gonna say. You're gonna write it down. You're gonna document it. Things like that. That's why your trading plan is a must. You've got to have something. Even when it doesn't matter, scientists, doctors, people that disarm bombs, they all have a plan. They all have something that they're structured. They have written down before they even go and attack the task, right? It's the same thing. You're disarming a bomb. You know what I mean? You just want to be on the right side of it, right? So, you know, go make a trading plan, step-by-step process. You know, do it as like I have mine as like a macro up top, you know, bigger time frames. I have to look at those, okay? Then I'll start to drop down. What am I seeing? Market maker method. If you guys know market maker method, is from what you're looking at as far as a cycle, macro type of areas of value, and then you start to break down and go from there, right? Because you got to know where you're at first before you can, you know, push the gas. So, and then you start to break it down in steps. Is this available? 1. Is this available? 2. Is this available? 3. You know, confluences. And then enter the trade. Don't be scared. Enter the trade. It's going to do 1 or 2 things. Hit your stop loss or hit the take profit, right? And your job is to figure out how to get on that winning side. That's it. I heard a podcast the other day talking about that there's still people out there that think Forex is a scam. And they think the market's against them. No, it's not. I sometimes I get into that little realm too. Sometimes, like, dang it, you know, my broker's against me, this and that. You know, why did the trade do that? And they widen the spread on me. And I'm not saying that stuff's not out there, guys, but come on, let's be real here. You know, they're just good. They're just good. The fluctuation of the market is very structured in a great way to steal people's money. You got to think of it like that. You're against the LeBron Jameses and Michael Jordans of the market, and you think that you're going to come in here and beat them every time. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. So you got to have that in the back of your mind too as well. But what does LeBron James and Michael Jordan bring to the table? They're great athletes. They got multiple championships. They pre-plan, play for every game, and they practice a lot to get where they're at. Okay, that's why they're great. And number 2, I want to talk about, you know, trading plan. I'm sure Joe's going to hit on some stuff with trading plan too as well. But your pairs, guys, there's a lot of people, and the reason why I think these two go hand in hand is because it can be a part of your trading plan. Is dialing down your pairs. What pairs are you going to trade? You should be trading 28 pairs, man. It's useless. Really you're wasting your time. You know what I mean? You're leaving a lot of room for error. If I were to trade, if I was like, you could do it this way. If I was the person that I wanted to get the best results, okay? I have a set of pairs that I trade. I don't really care to do this, but this is an option, okay? If you wanted to trade every pair because you like them, okay? Let's say you like all 28 pairs, or however many there are. Actually, it's like 27, 28. Anyway, what you should do at the end of the week, when the trading week's over, get in the weekend and go look at all 28 pairs and see where they're at. See what the possibility of what they're going to do for the next week, right? And then start to put them in categories. These 10 are junk. Okay, there's 10 gone. These other 10, maybe. Throw them in the trash. Then start to, no, these other 10 are high probability. Then break those down. Leave the ones that are not slightly high probability, know that these other 5 are going to hit, but put these on the back burner. You got 10 pairs, 8 pairs you're watching for the week. You want to do it that way? That's cool. You shouldn't have 20 something plus pairs watching. As soon as you get hit Monday or Sunday, as soon as you hit Monday, you shouldn't be clicking through 28 pairs. Oh. A lot of room for error. Right? You're asking to get burned. Right? Unless you're just a really seasoned trader and you know it like the back of your hand. That's the way you flow. That's fine. But as coming up in a trade, I'm talking about brand new traders. I'm talking about intermediate traders. You shouldn't be doing that stuff, man. There's no reason for it. And the reason why I say that is because I have laid this out to our students that you do not need. I can still take 10 trades a week on 7 pairs that I trade. It's easy. Okay? Do I trade every day? Nope. But I still can perform 10 trades a week. If sometimes more, if the week is going really well, you know. So these are the 2 things that I really wanted to hit on. I know we're not sharing charts. I know we want to make this a quick video, but these are 2 things that can help you in your trading. This is about trading. I know I'm not sharing charts again, but this is something that you have to have, right? Before you even start trading, you need to have these things, man. I guarantee you, and the reason why I know this, everybody that's watching our videos, I go back and I look at the mindset videos that we talk about mindset, and hardly anybody's watching them. Wonder why? Y'all are wanting the strategies. The strategy is already there. We've done revealed it, right? The strategy is in the videos. We talk about it. When you go and watch our market maker setups, for that week, or we're breaking down the week in one of our videos, we talk about it. It's there. You see it. It's easy. It's simple. It's easy to identify, right? It's when you hit buy or sell. Is what are you going to do now? Are you gonna let the trade materialize? Are you going to let your trading plan overcome and let that be the confidence that you need to let the trade materialize? Like, trust your trading plan. Why'd you make it? You know what I'm saying? Have you done your due diligence of knowing the personality of your pairs? If you're just going to trade a certain amount of pairs, the way it moves, what is it paired with? US dollar, you know what I mean? The US dollar doing all kinds of crazy stuff right now. It's just, you got to figure that stuff out, man. You got to figure that stuff out. It's just like hunting. I'm a big time hunter. You know what I mean? You got to study. You study the patterns, how we hunt deer, right? Down here in Texas. You got to study their patterns. You got to see when they're coming in. You got to see their trails. You know what I mean? They repeat the process they do. They're disciplined. Deer are real disciplined, right? If you really look back and you sit and watch a deer, they're very disciplined. The reason why is because they repeat the same patterns over and over and over and over. Because you can go, and this is a great analogy, guys, because you can go to, let's say, a highline, and you look at the side of a woods, okay, and you're going to see like a little spider inside the woods of where these deer travel, and that's what they take. They remember that path. Their subconscious mind picks up on all the little things and remembers that path, and they stick with that path. They do not deviate from it, right? So, and the reason why I know this is because, guys, I get them on eating habits, and they show up pretty much at the same time. They don't have a clock. They don't have a clock. They don't know it's 7:30, but they show up when that thing goes off. They show up at the same time almost every day, and you want to know why? They're on a pattern, man. They got a plan down. They know they're hungry. They know it's time to eat, right? So you should do the same thing with trading. Plan. Can't stress that enough. Joe, I know you got something.
Oh man, I just wrote out some notes while he was going through it. Just, I mean, look, guys, so this is what we do when we get a new member into our academy and they've gone through the training and they started trading, whether they're new or experienced traders. We sit down with them and come up kind of with a bare bones, like a skeleton that they can build off of. So the first thing and the most important thing is write down your goal. How much money do you want to make? If you don't put it out there, you're never going to make it. And if you do, it's pure luck and you'll find a way to give it back. That's a mindset thing, guys. The reason we talk about mindset is because we know we have some fairly new traders that just joined our academy and they're highly, highly successful. I'm talking like they've taken fairly small accounts and like 10x them. But when they started to get into the big money, they found a way to lose it. That doesn't have to do with strategy. That has to do with what's between your ears. And I'm not picking on them because they're fantastic traders. That's why they came to us, because they saw that we were more than just a strategy. They saw that they could get more time with us than most trainers and mentors out there. Most people, if you're going to get the time that Hunter and I give to you guys, they don't give that without a big price tag on it. We don't do that. We may down the road, but right now we don't. Okay. So set a goal. Okay. Because the mind can't create what it's not clear on. So set a goal. That's the very first thing we do with people. And then we break it down like, okay, how many pips does that mean we need to catch? And we do it on a very conservative basis based on what they've been doing on their demo trading or their current live trading results. All right. We don't like, throw something out there that we know is going to set them up for failure. All right. So that way now we have, okay, this is the goal. Now from there, we have to work it backwards. So the next thing we do, which Hunter already talked about, is pairs. Pairs are huge, guys. We have this happen all the time. Most new traders will always trade far too many pairs. If you are new to trading Forex, you should not be trading more than 3 to 5, maybe 4 to 6 pairs max. And even that is a lot. We always say 5 or less usually. And the reason, because if you don't do that, you're going to become a jack of all trades, master of none. And then at the end of the year or the end of the month, whenever you start analyzing where you're at and you're frustrated, you're going to be really frustrated and it's on you when you realize that hey, Hunter and Joe said I shouldn't be trading this many pairs. Guys, Hunter trades 7 pairs. I trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I trade 7 as well. And that's including gold. 8 if you include the NAS 100, the NAS 100, however you want to say it. All right. That's it. But we've spent the last 3 years, honing in. There's a couple pairs that I trade different than Hunter. 1 or 2 pairs we trade different. I like a little bit more, he doesn't. So, then that's fine. That's got to be in your trading plan. And don't deviate. When you see somebody that gives you a signal and you're like, man, that guy's hot, I'm going to take it. Don't do it. Go and look at what they're doing and see why they're doing it, analyze it, see if you understand why they're taking the trade. But don't take the trade if it's not in your trading plan. We see this all the time. We call out like trades that Hunter and I are taking, and people will blindly take them. That's not how you learn to trade, guys. You have to go and look at the trade, go through your, Hunter said one of the things he talked about is doing the top-down analysis. Do the top-down analysis, all right? Look for the areas of value, all right? So the areas of support and resistance, that's not really a market maker thing, but we believe in support and resistance with market maker strategy, all right? So knowing the 3 times ADR, knowing what level you're in. You're in the first, second, or third level. You're at 80% of your 3 times ADR, that kind of thing. Understand those things, okay? They should be in your trading plan. One of the things he didn't talk about, but I know he believes in, is news. News is important, guys. Our strategy, you can trade through the news with it. We've tested it. Every time we say we're not going to trade, and then we go back and we look at it, we're like, damn, we could have traded. And then we trade it and we're like, we win. Sometimes we lose because we make dumb mistakes just like every trader does. It happens, guys. We're human. All right. But if we don't have a plan, like I said at the beginning, it's not that people plan to fail, it's that they fail to plan. Period. It's just that simple. Hunter hit everything on the head. And then have your confirmations, guys. Look at your confirmations. You should have no more than like 3 to 5 confirmations or confluences after you've done your top-down analysis, understand your areas of value, where you're at in the cycle, and then your confirmations, 3 to 5. Take the damn trade. All right. If you're doing more than that, if you're doing more than like 3 to 5 confirmations, you're going to miss the trade unless you're just trading on the higher time frames. Then it doesn't really matter. But the reality is, if you're going to intraday trade like we do, so we look at the 4 hour, 1 hour, and enter on the 15 minute. Sometimes we'll go all the way down to the 5 if it's like a high, if it's a highly volatile pair like gold or NAS. But that's got to be in your trading plan, all right? Because if you have clarity on it, that's when you're going to have success. When you don't have clarity on it, that's when you're going to create confusion. When you create confusion, it's a coin flip. Now you're just gambling. So that's why we wanted to do this video, and Hunter wanted to bring it up. But I can tell you this right now: as soon as you take out all the pairs that you're trading, that'll probably eliminate some of your problem. The other thing is have your rules, and it's hard and fast. You have to treat it as if you miss one of those, the bomb explodes and you die. And if you don't treat it that way, then you're going to die. From a wealth standpoint, you're going to blow an account, or you're going to do something stupid. I mean, we get people all the time that come to us that trade without stop losses. That's the number one thing. That you should never ever trade without a stop loss. Never ever. Never ever 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 ever. And if anybody's telling you to trade without a stop loss, then you turn and run. Because the only people that we've ever seen that have been successful always trade with a stop loss. In fact, they're always looking for ways to run a tighter stop loss, a more precise entry, not run without a stop loss. Rarely ever. Don't get me wrong, there are people that do it and they do it very well, but they're gambling. They're gambling. You don't want to gamble, right? You want to treat it as a business. You want to treat it as a profession. So you get up every day, you trade the same times. There's either a trade or trades, or there aren't. That's it. It's that simple. You're either in a trade and then let it run. Let it go. Another thing that could be in your trading plan, this is one that's really important, guys, is once you get in the trade, do not look at the trade. If you're entering on the 15 minute, I'm just going to give you a time frame. So you do not want to look at your trade unless it's been at least an hour or 90 minutes, somewhere in that time frame. Then you can go and look and see if your trade's in profit. If it's not in profit, then you may be looking for getting out at break even or even a small scratch, and then look for a re-entry. All right. That's how I trade. Hunter will let it, as long as Hunter sees it, he'll hold it a little bit longer. We trade a little bit different, but that's his trading plan. He's locked in. I'm locked in. Like, I take small scratches and then sometimes it goes the direction I thought it was going to go. That's all right. I still look for that re-entry and usually offset that scratch or that break even exit. Okay. So it's really, really important, guys. Those are some really key things. So we went over a lot, but the biggest thing is you have your macros, like he said, your top down, know your news, know how the pair, moves, know the psychology behind the pair. All right. And then you can look for correlating pairs. So, like he said, the US dollar, if you know the US dollar is getting stronger, then if the pair is not moving the way that the US dollar is going, then you don't trade it. That means there's market manipulation. You don't trade it until it's locked in and it's doing what it should be doing. All right. Because if not, it's because the market makers are gathering liquidity and they had to go back and pick up orders in an area that they missed some orders. They're going back there, they're hitting people's stops, and then they're running it the way, either down or up, whatever, and running it. Just know that, guys. But you won't know that, you won't have clarity on it, and you won't get good, because this is what the market does. The market goes like this, right? So if you're doing this with the market, you're never going to be consistent. Now, if you're this way and the market's going up and down, you're always here. You're always here. You're always steady. But if you're doing this and the market's doing this, you're just going to constantly chase. And again, you might as well take your account money and go to Vegas, and you have better odds. At least a little bit more predictable, right? You get some better house odds. But with that, guys, hopefully you took this video seriously. For some of you, for some people, they already turned it off. We know. As soon as we're not talking about strategy or showing something on a chart, people think there's no value in it. I'm telling you this right now. I will tell you until the day that I am no longer walking this earth, and I know Hunter will as well. It has nothing to do with the strategy.
No.
It has everything to do with what's between your ears. But the way to eliminate that is to have complete clarity on what the objectives are and what the goal is. If you can stay focused on that, you're going to do very well. That's why trading plan, right? So with that, guys, hopefully you took some good notes. If you didn't, watch this again, take notes the second time. If you have questions, guys, ask us.
Yeah, and two, if you guys got something that you're battling with in the charts, put in the comments section and tell us what kind of video you want to see with Market Maker. I'm not gonna do a video on a different strategy or nothing like that. I just want to, you guys that are trading Market Maker, tell me what you want to see, and Joe and I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, look at, man, we're easy. We're AC/DC, I mean, we're simple guys, man. I mean, I'm just a, big old dumb football player, has been football player, and Hunter is, straight out of Texas, just living life big, hunting and fishing, loving on his family. We're very simple guys. We're not rocket scientists here. And that's why people come to us, because other people want to try and talk like they're so smart and give you all these rules of trading and all this and that and all the math and everything. You don't need to know all the math behind the way the market makers are working in order to be a successful trader. All right. Don't get me wrong. Don't sell us short. I'm not saying that we're just, dummies and we got lucky. No, we worked our ass off to get where we're at. Right. But definitely there's not much that we haven't seen or experienced in the market. We have thousands upon thousands of hours, trading, training, coaching people, being coached. So look at, if we haven't seen it, we know where to find the answer. But like Hunter said, one of the things we got really clear on is we're market maker traders, period, the end. We just kept it simple. Our one scalping strategy is aligned with our market maker strategy. If you want to know more about that, we've done a video on it. Go check it out. But with that, guys, I think we're pretty good, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
so we just bring home the AC/DC right there, man.
Yep. Keep pipping and dipping, guys.
Right on, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, I should say. I've got my cap on today. I have to be a gentleman, honey. Don't laugh at that. Come on, man. All right, guys, until the next video, we'll see you soon. Take care, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.